Hey everyone, Dave Putz from JKP Holdings. Alongside me, as always, Mr. Nathan Turner. Good afternoon, Nathan. How you
Hello,
been, bud?
hello. Very good, very good.
Oh, it's been fun. It's been a busy week for me. How you been? What's been new with you?
You know what? I just realized this last week, this is 1 year since we moved, and I think we're finally getting
Holy,
our feet under ourselves. And
holy goodness!
yeah, it's been quite a thing. But yeah, no,
Wow.
it's been good. It's been a good week. Lots of stuff going on. Got some interesting opportunities coming up. We'll talk maybe offline about some different things, but it looks good.
I like it, man. It's been a whirlwind of a week for me. We got a bunch of stuff going on, juggling some stuff personally, and then we're going away next week, and then we're dealing with about 6 or 7 deals that are kind of floating around, and my mind being crazy. So plus doing some social media marketing, and it's been nuts. It's been fun though, and I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to relaxing for a few minutes, sitting down and just unplugging. So
yeah,
it's gonna be fun. So we
good.
have a lot of new people joining us. For those who don't know, we've been running a webinar for 2 years, 3 years now, whatever it is now.
Yeah, three
Um,
years, I think.
yeah, so it's been fun, right? It's been a joy. I think people really appreciate the information that we provide and what we do for people. But we also been on a journey this year where we've been looking for people to merge with us as note buyers, to merge with us as note originators, note, those kind of things. Everything
Yeah,
to do with that kind of stuff is, as note buyers, we've been buying bank originated notes for 13 years now plus.
yeah,
But at the same time, we've recently found that we're moving towards that seller finance world. So we're really engaging with all these people out there who are doing owner finance, subject to, and some people don't even know this, when they sell that subject to, they create a wrap note. And I recently ran into someone who didn't know what wrap note was and had a bunch of them. So
yeah.
it's really interesting. Um, what we wanted to do is really kind of bridge that gap. We keep saying over and over again, and I feel free to those who are new to us, go back and check out our YouTube channel, our videos, and our website and the Facebook page. What has been your overall in this 8-month journey we've been in? What is your thoughts right now?
I've been astounded. It's been very, very interesting. The biggest revelation, one of the biggest revelations, is to figure out that note creators have no idea that note buyers exist. And to me, that blew my mind, because I'm like, wait, what? We can do so much business together.
Yeah.
Part of what we're doing is educating those who are creating notes how to do it in a way that makes it a very marketable note, how to make
Yes.
it something that is very attractive to us as note buyers. So that's been part of our push, and part of
Yes.
our goal is educating people on how to do that in a way that will make that a
Yeah.
sellable note.
So I did recently a video, we published it this week, about what makes a note valuable, right? And what makes it so they can get the most money for it. But we've really been focused on making sure that it's created correctly first, because
Yeah,
you can have the great numbers in the world, but how you structure it is big. So those people who are looking to structure a note, but also looking to possibly sell it. Now, Nathan, give me an idea of why someone would want to sell a note. What's the advantage of selling a note? Just hold it for 30 years.
and you totally can. And then maybe a life event comes up, and you think, oh shoot, I need a lump sum of cash right now, and or you're just tired of it, or you've got a different opportunity that you can invest money into, or who knows, there's all kinds of reasons why you might want money today versus stretched out over the next 30 years. And that's where we come in. That's where we are there to say, you know what, I'll give you that lump sum of cash.
Yeah.
And again, if you've created it in a way that makes it very attractive to me, I don't have to give you very much of a discount. I can pay a top dollar for that, and we can all make more money in the long run. So
Yeah.
that's a big push for us.
What we've recently found out too is that people are creating these wrap notes and the subject twos or owner finance, and they have a ton of equity stuck in it.
Yeah.
And what they don't realize is that they don't have to sell that note. They want to keep it, right? And in our past webinars, we've been talking about hypothecations, where you literally lend money, you borrow money and use your note as collateral. Nothing changed the note, and we're going to be doing a webinar next on some that we actually recently did a hypothecation and a great return and why it worked for him and how it helped him pull out equity and allowed him to juice it up and gave us the return we're looking for, but gave him the capital to go out and buy more notes. So that feature is really cool for us. Right?
Yeah, and you've done some of those. I haven't done those yet, so I'm
Yeah.
curious to see what you've done and how you've done it.
Yeah.
See if that's something I want to incorporate as well.
Yeah, it's been a really cool thing for us. And I think for us, we're trying to learn more about this world of subject twos, owner finance, wrap notes, and we've done a lot. We wanted to get the experts on that kind of give us the information. And as most people know, we do webinars to learn and then share with you guys. So we don't know the answers to these questions we're going to ask.
Yeah,
right.
These are legitimate questions.
Yeah. So this recording will be found on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, my website, and everything else. So feel free to look at that and get information. I'll put the website we have too. So we have a bunch of people tuning in. This is awesome, guys. Post your comments, questions. We're streaming live on LinkedIn, Twitter, I think Instagram, and Facebook Live as well. So let's bring in our guest speaker for today, Alan. It's been a pleasure. It's been a long time coming. We booked this with you for a while. Welcome.
I appreciate it. Really glad to be here. That what y'all are doing and what y'all are talking about has really kind of come around for me, and I think in Texas past 18, 24 months or so. And y'all are causing some disruption to us, changing the way that these wraps are structured sometimes. So it's been fun learning.
Yeah. And that's what the key is right now, right? We're learning from you while you're learning from us. Right? What is important to a note buyer? Why do we need certain things? Right. And
you're coming with an attorney's background, so you've got a bit of a different spin on this as well. And so that's part of why we wanted to have you on.
Yeah, my focus is going to be compliance with laws and protection of parties, while y'all are over there in the how do we make this note as marketable as possible. And so, like you said, life events occur. We have not been historically making the notes marketable, but now we're changing that.
Well, the legality of it actually makes a big difference for us. So we very much appreciate that angle of it. I know there are some people out there teaching subject twos and creative finance, but they're not going through and teaching the legalities behind it. And so we want to promote the legal way of doing it, because not just because it's legal, but because honestly, it makes it more attractive for us. So that becomes a more marketable note.
100%. So let's back up for a second, right? How'd you get started with what you do? How'd you get involved in the real estate world? Give us a little bit of background.
So in terms of the title work, I just had, I was a construction litigation attorney, and I had clients who said, hey, you should close our deals for us when we purchase. And I kind of said, we don't do that. I saw a couple of settlement statements and these $2-3 million houses being sold. I said, oh, we do closings now. And so got started back in 03, 04. And then the recession, 07, 08 hit, and that drove us all to seller finance transactions, which then drove us to wraps, sub twos. And so I stayed in that area. When the market came back, all the other title offices moved out and went back to the retail, conventional, buyer, end user seller transactions. I just stayed in the mortgage wrap world, really to be ready for another event. And then I didn't know that those events were going to be different than recessions. They were going to be COVID events. They were going to be mortgage rate increase events. And so we were lucky that we kind of positioned ourselves and we're ready for that. So that's how I got involved. And now I just call myself a wrap nerd, and I talk with anyone and everyone about mortgage wraps.
Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome stuff.
That's really cool.
So we got a bunch of questions in here. I really appreciate the questions. We're going to get into those questions in a few minutes. So Feel free to post them. I'm able to actually trigger it and bring it into the feed, which is really cool. New feature I got going on here.
Yeah,
So-
they've been flying in already. This is interesting.
This is awesome, guys. I appreciate you guys jumping in here. So we wanted to back up. Can you define the word subject to?
Yeah, and it'll end up being a little bit different than what folks are maybe learning out there, but subject to means I'm going to take over that mortgage. I'm taking the property subject to the mortgage. There's confusion out there that, hey, I'm taking this subject to, I'm not assuming the mortgage. And I'm trying to dispel that or change that thinking. You are assuming the mortgage. It's just a non-qualified assumption. The lender's not approving you, but you are taking over all of the terms and conditions of that mortgage. You have to pay that mortgage. So you're assuming the responsibility, not assuming in terms of a lender saying, all right, you're approved. There's a qualified assumption. So a sub to, and that's usually your acquisition method. I'm taking over this note, paying a little bit of equity, sometimes no equity, over to the seller. And now you're in control of that mortgage as if you were the one that applied for it, and you're fully controlling that mortgage. Seller is out. So that's my long definition of it.
That's awesome.
And why would somebody want to do that? Why would somebody living in the house want to allow you to take over their existing mortgage?
So if it was a year ago, my answer would have simply been there's some type of event going on. They're in foreclosure. Heirs have inherited the property, don't really know what's going on. Someone's just an extremely motivated seller. They can't sell their house otherwise. Open it up to seller finance. You have a bigger market, a bigger pool of buyers. That would have been my answer, and we would have stopped there. But now folks are getting pretty darn smart. They've got themselves a 2.5% interest rate on their mortgage. They're trying to now monetize that, go out there and sell it for, 6 to 9, 10% and cash flow that. So I used to get, a call every month or every other month about someone trying to monetize their mortgage interest rate. Now it's weekly, multiple weekly. You've got these people saying, hey, is there any way for me to, try to sell this property? They don't know about mortgage wraps. They don't know about anything. And so now they're trying to monetize their 2.5, their 3% interest rates.